I hope all is well with everyone. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. New Year's is coming up. I hope everybody drinks and drives responsibly and safely and celebrate safely. You never know out there, so please be safe. So anyways, we're going to just do all signs in one video. And we're going to look into the month of January, as you can tell by the title, but it will be members first. So it'll be on members side for at least 7 days, and then I'll have it scheduled to be public then on the 7th day at midnight, or the 8th day at midnight. However, that will wind up going on the schedule. But anyways, we're going to go in order. We're going to start with Aries. I will have timestamps down below if you want to cross-watch, be my guest. This goes for cusp signs as well. Watch your other signs, houses, etc. If you resonate, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, or subscribe. Aries, I did pre-shuffle another deck and this deck here. We're starting off with the Afterthought Tarot to look a step ahead. The month of January for Aries, please. What could you tell us for the month of January for Aries, please? Starting off with the Page of Swords here. And in this one here, there's 3 people coming in from the back here to this person that's either a spy or investigating some sort of situation. There could be 3 other people involved here. Either this is something that you are aware of, or this is something that's creeping up. For Aries, I posted it too, just a couple of hours ago on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm thinking about posting it on the membership side of YouTube as well, just so it's more convenient. But I did do Aries, and Aries seems as though you're currently dealing with a career path, and there's a wall that's being put up. You're being blocked from where you want to go. It's like some sort of weird intention going on there too. It's almost like you feel like it's intentional, but it's like you're trying to also convince yourself at the same time that it's not intentional at the same time too. So this looks like it's going to be a repercussion from it with these other parties that are trying to hold you back from where and what you want to do. What could you tell us about the month of January for Aries, please? The High Priestess. There's secret energies, there's seeds that are being placed. It's like you're also using your intuition as well in this situation. You could have a water sign involved, somebody that's in their masculine energy, male or female. It's like you're trying to follow your intuition on something that is very attractive to you, something that's like drawing you in. The month of January for Aries, please. Wow. The Magician. For some of you, you might have some knowledge on the occult or tarot reading. But what I'm seeing here is you're investigating into what you feel like is being kept from you. You're trying to get all the pieces together. You might be stuck in your head. But also trying to be creative in this situation as well. The month of January for Aries, please. Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're dealing with a couple of energies. But it looks like you are going to be having a new start, a new chapter, with something else that's more, I'm hearing, luxurious and beautiful to you. Something that really draws your eye in. And you might be dealing with some sort of emperor, empress situation. Could be parents, physical parents, or figures of such, like guardians, because they are together. This could be if you're in a relationship, if this reading pertains to your love life, then this could be you with a pair. Emperor is your card, your major arcana card. Empress could also be, it could be showing up as you taking control as well in a large project, moving towards the luxurious part. If you're dealing with somebody who is an air sign within their feminine energy side, then you're looking into taking some type of new chapter with this person, and they pertain to either taking control of a large project that you've been desiring, or it has to do with parental situation. Could also be a love situation, but we do not have the Lover's card. But for some reason you feel like walking on eggshells, but you're also trying to use your intuition. It's interesting. You could, for some Aries here, be showing up as somebody else's spy. There is a water sign or two that are using fire signs as spies. So if that is you, then this is you diving into certain secret information for another party, which you did have the Queen of Cups show up. See, information for a partnership. There's a happy new opportunity to receive some type of information about union or partnership. Let's get a few more, and we'll probably use another deck to look further into it. The King of Wands. I see this as you, whether you are male or female. We are asking about Aries, fire sign. This could be you and your masculine energy. Also, could be dealing with another fire sign too, possibly. We don't have the Queen of Wands, but if we get the Queen of Wands, then I would suspect that there is another fire sign involved. There's some sort of pain that's held on very tightly too. You might be somehow bound to this situation. This might be your pain that you're feeling here. But either way, there is justice being served here, being received with this High Priestess and Manifestor here. For some of you, you might feel like you're being manipulated into this situation just because we have the Magician, especially with the Seven of Swords. The month of January for Aries, please. Man, you are dealing with some type of struggle here. Like a battle, some sort of interference, a challenge you want to embark on. It's like getting advice here about this situation, coming in as a burst of energy, possibly with something else falling through. But with whatever it is that comes in, it comes in valuable to you, which therefore advice. And you're here with the Three of Wands here, shipping it out, sending it out, and handing it out to this certain situation, this cup here that's filled with your emotions to move forward. There's things that's been spilled, and there's things that are still standing. But there's one particular situation that you're trying to really analyze, really. It's like mixed emotions, what I'm sensing with this Eight of Cups here. It's like you're starting to realize that other parties have a different type. It's like you're looking through a different lens here in January. You're seeing this particular situation completely different. And it's more of a struggle than it was before, because now you got all this conflicting thoughts and energy here. I did pre-shuffle this deck, but I'm going to give it a little shuffle. Could you give us some insight for Aries and the month of January, please? Okay, you're immediately starting off with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. They can be male or female. It can be one person. It can be two people. One person as in somebody on the cusp. Two people as in somebody in their masculine energy. That's an earth sign. And the other being in their feminine energy, air sign. This is like the energy that winds up creating conflicting energies. Definitely something you think about in solitude. You might think about these their battle that they have, the issues that they have between themselves, and the issues between these two, along with whatever connected parties that you have, yourself and any other parties that you know that are attached to them. It's the partnership that you are focused on, you're analyzing here in the month of January. Could you give us more insight for Aries, please, for the month of January? Could you give us more insight, please, on what's laid out here for Aries? Again, some type of challenge here. Only you know what the challenge is, what the battle is. There's like a power move here to a transition with these energies here. Again, it's something you think about. Some type of challenge, some type of burden, really. I mean, it's showing up twice. The first deck we used in the clarifying deck. This is something definitely that is stuck on your mind with your path, your journey. It's like you might not think about this all the time, but it's something you're really thinking about. Trying to put pieces together. So you're trying to solve some sort of puzzle here with these two energies. But which you didn't realize in the past, but you're going to be realizing some point in January that the Seven of Swords energy and the Five of Wands isn't only caused by whatever you're receiving from these two here, but it's also whatever you're receiving from a water sign as well. These two could be lovers, but it's a burden to you. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands here. Sorry, I have tight quarters, so it's a little hard to not bump into everything when I'm trying to check out a card. Where'd it go, Chucky? I have such a tight little spot here for my own self. There it is. The Nine of Wands. Because these two are together, it's hard for you to move forward to where you once seen value. You're trying to bring in some sort of powerful transition of this. You're closing this out. During the month of January, you're making a power move. You have a lot of painful secret information. It's like it's created something new inside you here, created some sort of new fear. Yeah, you're definitely dealing with another fire sign too. But you could wind up leveling up to the masculine energy, empowering through this. This could be your love life. This could be somebody else's love life. But to me, it seems as though these two energies here, the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords here, it's conflicting for you. in the month of January. There's some sort of conflicting energy involved with it. It just creates issues. You're investigating further into it. It's kept secret from you. You're trying to get all the pieces together, but it's very tricky for you too. But once you do get information, then it just creates another level of a problem for you. This is where I'm going to leave Aries reading off at. We're going to move on to Taurus. Hey there, welcome Taurus. We are going to look into the month of January for you. If you find yourself resonating, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. The month of January for Taurus, please. Well, you are quickly, very quickly manifesting something here, starting off with two major arcanas. You have the Chariot and our manifesto, the Magician here. And the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which rushes it. He's the fastest knight. He's swooping through. At least in my eyes, he's always the fastest. And the second fastest is the Knight of Swords. But they're pretty close, in my opinion. Because the Knight of Wands comes in with passion, in my eyes, half the time. Definitely pertaining to your path. Something you're stressed out about. Maybe you've been stressed out about something. But here in January, you're manifesting something here. You're given all the ingredients that are necessary to move forward. Dealing with a masculine energy fire sign. And some type of, wish to be fulfilled, and it's being held on very tightly too. Might be something you're working on with this fire sign. We'll look further into it as we go on. I will grab another deck to clarify. But it looks like either way, the energies between you and this fire sign is moving towards better waters, better land, better situation. The month of January for Taurus, please. Somebody's sitting in their hermit mode about defeating certain battles here. They're coming in pretty soon here, maybe in the beginning of the month. But it has to do with finances and something that the both of you see attractive. You both are sitting in solitude thinking about how to conquer this is what it's really entailing here. So both of you are really stressing out about the situation, but just certain parts of it. Taking a lot of action, putting a lot of energy into starting a new chapter, moving forward. Working together might be a little stressful for the both of you. Might create conflicting thoughts and energies about really the big picture of the situation. The month of January for Taurus, please. Something to do with some type of helping hand. Now, in this Afterthought Tarot, we do have our Hermit in here with the Six of Pentacles. If you have not seen this deck in my readings before, we have the Hermit on the left side here. That's coming in. He's the one that's receiving the helping hand in the picture here. The both of you are going to see this situation from a different standpoint. Okay? See it through a different lens. You're going to see it together. I can see this being you, the masculine energy here, the earth sign, taking your power, going forward with it, with this fire sign here. Whatever you've been working on with a fire sign, very close to you, could be a family member with the 10 of Cups. Seeing the situation between the both of you, whatever it is connected with you guys, seeing it differently, and being able to defeat whatever nightmares and fears and anxieties that you guys have that's creating conflicting energies and thoughts. Taking control of the situation. For some of you, we don't have the Lovers here, but if you are romantically dealing with a fire sign here with this message, it's not going to be for everybody, but since we have the Emperor here, that could be why, but you're starting something new, okay? Whatever this King of Wands here represent for you, and as well as this Emperor here, could be showing up as taking control or authority. But wherever you're going with this energy, this fire sign, is going to a public win. Because people are talking about the situation. Others are around you, connected energy, and trickle down the line. Whisper down the alley is what it becomes. How is so-and-so doing? How is so-and-so doing? Have you heard about so-and-so? What's their situation at the moment? Etc., etc. Goes on and on and on. But you're moving forward successfully with this person, with this energy, no matter what. There's a message about defeating things that's going to have an involvement of looking through a different lens. It's like things might look, it looks like things are going to look brighter for whatever it is that the both of you are working on lately. Okay, could be some sort of disappointment in it. Could have to do with a house or just a close connection in general. Again, family or friend. Friends can feel like family, as well as coworkers at times too. Certain situations do call for that type of energy. But either way, both parties, I can see it here, both parties have been feeling a certain way about how everything has been going. You and this other person have your own opinions about it. You're both examining about it. So at some point, you guys are going to discuss this. Might leave you feeling a little apathetic. Maybe making you feel a little smaller. But it looks like you're going to be coming out in the end of it, though, because your cup's going to be overflowing with balanced out justice, with the Emperor in here, in this Justice card here. One seems to be knowledgeable and one does not, but either way, there is justice being served here, being balanced out. And there are people who are seeing your justice, seeing what's going on. There are other parties. And a little bit of a distance, but not too far of a reach. Thought one flipped. January for Taurus, please. Okay. So there could have been an action that was taken that created some sort of out of balance situation. However, whatever felt out of balance is going to be balanced out. It's going to be changed, but in a positive manner. There's laying certain things to rest and healing from something. Coming out victoriously in the end here. So either way, no matter what, you're turning out on the better end here. You're standing your ground. You're doing what you have to do, no matter how hard it is for you to do it. Somebody could be coming in being a little judgmental, and you both seem to equally, in a civil manner, not like argumentative, but civilly discuss situations on how to move forward. Anything that's out of balance, balance it out. And justify it, figure it out. So if there's a bump in the road that you're dealing with, it's going to turn around in a positive manner. So the month of January looks a little bit, first off, I don't know what that was. The month of January looks pretty good for Taurus. It just looks a little stressful, maybe a little emotionally stressful, but it is smooth through it, and it is smooth and happy at the end. So basically, no worries. Just be yourself. Feel out the energy at the moment when a conversation occurs, and things will perspire with how you would imagine it would go, or would like it to go. There's definitely civil energy between you and this fire sign. So this is where I'm going to leave Taurus and reading off at. I was going to say energies. You're reading off at. I hope you have a wonderful January. And again, if you resonated with the message, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. I do have little messages either weekly or every other week up on my Facebook and Instagram. I am pretty sure I'm going to be starting to post them on the YouTube membership side. I just want to finish the other half that I already have posted up on Facebook page and Instagram. So go check that out if you want to stay updated, because there'll be sooner messages than what you will receive on here, verbally and visual. So hey Gemini, we're going to look into your month of January. Just so you know, I did have to bring baby out, so you might hear some funny noises in the background, or a baby cooing, giggling, or crying. If he starts crying, I will take care of him, but right now he is content with his little toys. Anyways, the month of January for Gemini, please. If you find yourself resonating, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. January for Gemini, please. Starting off with the Six of Pentacles here, starting out real good for January. Receiving some type of handout here. Maybe you're going to be receiving some type of promotion here. Seeing you're leveling up is what I'm seeing here. You're being seen, it's like a different lens, but not really. Like you're being put on a different pedestal, a higher pedestal here. It's like the month of January. Wow, look at that. The Five of Pentacles. Might look a little scary, but it's okay. So you might feel like there's been a wall, a burden that's going to probably be brought back up. There might be some sort of financial situation here. In the dark, you're holding in some apathetic energy because of it. We'll get another deck if we need to. These guys slipped out. Oh, wow. You're being given some sort of work opportunity here, but it's like you got to juggle things. That's what's going on. That's why it becomes such a burden. There's some sort of financial opportunity that's definitely coming your way for January. It's like you're going, I'm hearing you're having your plate full. Your book's going to be booked. Schedule is going to be booked up. So don't Don't plan anything for January for some of you, or if you do, be very careful. You might have to, don't be surprised is how I should say it. Don't be surprised if you have to change certain dates around or appointments or whatever for this to work out, because you see it as a wonderful transition financially. So you're bumping up. Some type of previous chain connection. It might be something that you really enjoy doing as well, having that type of addictive mannerism to it. Burst of energy. Okay, you might have some other financial contract going on while you have this financial opportunity that comes along. You're going to try to wedge this in and have your home life and do this other occupation as well. You're juggling out your energies. It looks like January is going to be a busy month for you, but it's going to be a good payout at the end. And you even see that, even in your mind's eye. It's really providing you a desired wish being fulfilled here. It's almost like something you've asked for financially, some sort of stability, and you're getting this huge burst of energy. Now you are going to have to place your energy into it. It's not just going to come with nothing at all. You're not putting anything into it. That's why this is coming up how it is. You're going to have to divvy out your energy productively. You do have a lot of yellow. Look at that. A lot of yellow. And a lot of white. So it's like pure creativity. It's a power move for you as well. Interesting. It might be wind up being some type of tricky communication here with a close party that you have here. I wonder why it's going to manifest the Seven of Swords type of message. Like it's going to be hard for you to bring this up. Something to do with masculine energy water sign. This water sign could be one of your placements. This could be another person you're dealing with. This could be somebody that's actually providing you this opportunity of work. The month of January for Geminis, please. Okay. You're balancing things out. Like how you feel about something that pertains to this. There's some sort of sadness and disappointment. It looks to do with a fire sign here. You got a lot of connected energies. I don't know if these connected energies are your other signs, your rising and moon, which it could be you showing up in those signs and placing those energies into this situation. If your rising or moon is a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The month of January for Gemini, please. All in all, it looks really good, but it's like there's certain tricky situations you're going to have to deal with here. See, now you have a feminine energy fire sign coming in here. That's connected to some sort of partnership, union. That's a project on your path. It's like breaking you free from some type of trying to balance things out. And here you are justifying, again, in January financially. The month of January, you're making out. There are going to be some things that are tricky, but it's going to turn out wonderful for you. That's where I'm going to leave Gemini's message off at. Found yourself enjoying, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Hey there, Cancers. Alrighty, we're going to look into your month of January. Just so you know, there is a baby in the background. He's currently content and happy. Once he cries for his bottle, I will go off and do that. If you find yourself resonating with this message, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe, so I know that you are resonating, or that is resonating with somebody out there that's viewing this message. The month of January for Cancers, please. What could you tell us about the month of January for Cancer? Starting out with the Tower card, this could go good or bad. We are starting off with two major arcanas here. The Tower card and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant can represent many different things for many different people. It could be studious moment where you're learning, you're going to school, getting higher education. It could be a religious thing, spiritual learning, leveling up spiritually in such process of what you're dealing with. For others, this could represent as marriage. It doesn't always have to be, but it can be. Interesting. So anyway, I thought there was other energies in this, certain energies in this card here, but there isn't. So anyways, moving on. Dealing with this Tower card, it could be a burst of energy of some type of commitment, but it's like you could be learning about a blockage, because we have the Page of Pentacles behind it, and that at times is representing studious. There's something that you're learning about that you're blocked from. Definitely getting a lot of information. For some, this could pertain to wanting marriage or a current marriage if you are married. Like I said before, it could also be a spiritual path or a learning situation. Could also be schooled as well. The Hierophant does represent schooling. The month of January for Cancers, please. The month of January for Cancer. I was going to say, I started out very eager. Oh, wow. So you're dealing with, it looks like an earth sign, somebody who is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, who's in their feminine energy. This could be you if you are a Cup sign and find yourself sitting in the feminine energy in January or near the end of December here. But there's some type of love energy connected to this. Oh, wow. You might be a third party in a situation that deals with a love relationship between a feminine energy earth sign and a masculine energy air sign. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra here. But it's like you're getting a burst of energy about this situation for you. Let's see what we have at the top. Wow. So you have a fire sign that's connected to you. It looks like feminine energy. It looks like they have some sort of connection here with you, with taking action pertaining to this energy here with this Queen of Pentacles and whatever conflict or battle you have with this energy. They're bringing in some sort of burst of energy, of knowledge is what I'm picking up. You're learning. You're very studious about this energy. It's like the Seven of Swords. Goodness. You could be seeing yourself as, wow, Emperor energy here. No. Well, maybe here because there's apathy in this plan. It's almost like you want to hand out as the Emperor to this Queen of Pentacles, but you can't. It would be tricky for you to because of this other energy that's involved, this King of Swords. And it creates apathetic energy. You are talking, and here's Emperor again here with his crown. You're receiving justice. You're changing. Your Wheel of Fortune is moving because you're chatting about it. As you're chatting about it, that's opening doors for you. To be honest with you, your reading, your message that I just posted up on Facebook and Instagram was really positive in the current state. The month of January for Cancers, please. We'll grab another deck for you too and look a little further into this. It's almost like you're a third wheel in the situation here. It's a partnership that you would like if you don't have it already. See this love. It's like you want to be the King of Pentacles here to this Queen of Pentacles, filling your cup up with joy here. Man, you're dealing with a lot of different energies, and it was like that with your message too. It's a certain situation that deals with this Queen of Pentacles here. You want to start something new, and you're holding on very tightly to that hope. You're analyzing it as they're doing their own thing. So this person might not even know that you're like basically digging into their life, it looks like, because you want to try to get, I'm hearing acknowledgement. It's almost like you're trying to carefully pry your energy in between these two, but it's very tricky. We have the Five of Swords here with the Page of Cups. As you think about it, it becomes stressful for you. By have conflicting thoughts. This could be a past energy for you. You're holding on to happiness from the past about this Queen of Pentacles here. You want to start something new with them. You're learning about a transitional crossroad for yourself through another person. The month of January for Cancers, please. You want a whole new start with this person. But there is some sort of, wow. Man, it's like you're not receiving the information that you want to receive. Or in order for you to defeat what you, like your worries and your fears on contacting this energy and pursuing further. He's almost ready for his bottle. It's midnight snack. Last meal of the day, you know. Could you give us more insight here for Cancers January? The Star card is something that you desire. It's something that you feel like you are destined for. And you really fill your cup up with joy about this. You're trying to balance out your emotions and potential actions. It's like you're trying to conquer your own mind. Almost like make a decision. It's a path you want. and you're investigating. You watch this in solitude. I'm sensing that devil card energy, like addiction, like you're addicted to this because this is something that you really want and you're trying to see it differently. But there's a wall, and this wall is very tricky to manifest in the public eye, potentially, maybe some sort of social media, but in order to close out a certain cycle, it's like you want to discuss things with this person about things from the past because you've seen happiness, and it's like you wonder basically what the hell happened. So it looks like a feminine energy fire sign is bringing in a transitional new opportunity for you. This person could be very close to you, or it is helping you see through a different lens here about this Queen of Pentacles that you see as a potential lover and the heartache and pain that it creates at this moment. This Queen of Wands is bringing in a new perspective that's going to turn out to be a new opportunity for you in the long run, somehow, some way. Could you give us more insight on what's laid out here? So you could be dealing with somebody who is on the cusp with an air sign, or this could be connected energies down the line. Yeah, see that Devil card. You're addicted to healing the past. And you're connecting. This could be you connecting with other energies that you know that could potentially help you transition your path to this energy here, help you move forward towards them. Yeah. You're changing this around for yourself. You're changing this wall now in the month of January. Things are going to be turning out better for you. Been stuck in a certain situation with a feminine energy earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that's in there, again, feminine energy, then you are going to be finding success to this, but it is conflicting energies, confusing. But there's clarity that's going to be coming by the end of January. It's like pieces are going to be adding up, but it's still going to be a bit of a tricky situation. But again, it's a burst of energy, so it's like a catch-22 in a way here. But things will eventually balance itself out, and it's another step closer to where you want to get to with this Queen of Pentacles, what your true intentions are with contacting them and discussing and opening up about things from the past and nostalgic things and just whatever the Six of Cups represent for you. Even if for some of you, for maybe some rare cases, it could be a parental situation or a guardian situation, or etc. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave Cancers off at. Again, if you found yourself resonating, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Again, I do also do messages on Facebook page and Instagram, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to start posting them on the YouTube membership side. Hey Leos, we are going to look into your January. If you find yourself resonating with the message, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe, so I know that somebody out there is resonating with the message. Month of January for Leos, please. Starting off with the first card of the Tarot Sum, the last card of the Major Arcana, but we are starting off with the Fool card here, taking some sort of leap of faith, starting some type of new chapter. At least that's your intention for January. You are moving to better situations that pertain to this new chapter. Wow. Something that's hidden here can be unknown type of energy, but is something that you're investigating into and you're learning about to start something new, to create it. Interesting. It's like this has to be taken for you to start another department of it or branch of whatever path it is that you're trying to manifest here for yourself, because it's coming. You don't know it yet. So this could be somewhere between the beginning and middle of January for you is what I'm sensing. Either way, it's something you're going to be doing at nighttime. You're defeating it. You might have been worried before on how you're going to defeat it. But here you are slaying the night demon here. Whatever it is that you're scared to conquer, you're going to have some sort of Leo brave moment here. It's something you're watching, you're learning, and it's something that you wish for. For some, this could be a house with this Four of Wands. It could also be some type of close connection. The month of January for Leos, please. Five of Pentacles. You might have felt out in the cold, getting the cold shoulder. Interesting. My gosh, look. You're filling your cup up with joy of a new opportunity of something to deal with the public eye, maybe travel for some of you. It creates this happiness, like is fulfilling your wishes that you've basically desired on your path, where you've placed your energies. It's reviving something here, bringing something back to life here. Seeing the Judgment card behind the Seven of Pentacles. You've been placing your energy in order to revive something here. Dealing with this wall still. Okay, Six of Cups. Either dealing with a child or childhood situation or some sort of past energy. Either way, you want to break free from this wall because you're feeling as though you're out in the cold. So you might be scared to try to approach something of the past and try to bring it back up and allow it to start something new and move forward. It feels, man, it's like pulling teeth with trying to get information about a certain path and transitions here. Also dealing with a water sign. Some of you could be on the cusp with Cancer. Could also just be dealing with a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Some sort of past path, some past journey. Somewhere that you have placed your energies before, placed your seeds. Might it be family here with the Ten of Cups? Maybe just was happiness that you had. Either way, you're trying to heal it, mend it, bring it back to life, put energy into it, trying to resuscitate it, basically. But resuscitating it to you directly. The month of January for Leos, please. Man, there's cards that want to come out. They keep sucking themselves in. Man. It's like you're dealing with some sort of roller coaster energy here. It's like you get something good, but it's not good enough. Something good, but I don't know. That's what I'm like picking up from you whenever you get something here. Because you get an opportunity at some point. You have the Ace of Pentacles there. You have the Ace of Wands. So it's like you're getting a type of opportunity to do it, but you're psyching yourself out. It's like it's almost like too good to be true sort of thing, of the ability to get on the other side of this wall here. But with you being stuck in your head, it creates a lot more sadness about this, because it's something that you deeply desire. It's like you're kind of holding yourself back here in January. You might start to realize that in January, that you're kind of holding yourself back a little bit, like maybe starting to get ready to get your toes wet with getting on the other side of this wall here. It's like trying to tiptoe over, trying to tiptoe through. The month of January for Leos, please. You got a few here. You have the High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, the Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Leo energy. It's almost... So you're definitely discussing about your situation with people, learning about the secrets, so you can get your power move by receiving successful advice here to change a situation. Maybe even to learn changes of an air sign, masculine energy air sign here. A Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Sorry, brain fart there. This is a third party pertaining to this. You might be closer to the person than you have realized in the past. For some of you, you might be working with this air sign here. And by talking to them, or at least a third party in between here, you're receiving information that's hard for you to obtain through some type of public eye, maybe social media. Let's ask the Poe deck for more insight here. Could you give us more insight on what's laid out here for Leos, please, in the month of January? So you're defeating this Five of Pentacles energy here. You have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. In this deck, it's the Seven of Candles and the Five of Paws. But you're defeating this somehow, some way here in January. So you are getting your toes wet here in January on getting on the other side of this Nine of Wands. You could be on the cusp with Cancer. Otherwise, we do also again have the Eight of Pentacles, but this time it's showing up with the King of Cups. You could be working with a water sign. If you're on the cusp with Cancer, this could be you working with yourself on the Cancer side of your energies, or if you have a water sign in your rising or your moon, same goes with the air sign as well. But either way, it seems as though you're making some type of plan here with this King of Cups, with this situation, this battle. You're planning here with this King of Cups to defeat whatever this unnecessary stresses, this unnecessary worry, anxieties. Saying is unnecessary because about 5 years from now, you might laugh at yourself about feeling this way about it. But right now, it's a major challenge. It's a struggle. You're trying to start something new with somebody that you see as an empress or a mother figure or a large project that you are working on. Either way, in the month of January, you are planning success. How to defeat this situation. Again, success, Six of Wands. You are definitely dedicated to this. For some of you, you could be interested in trying to find marriage here with the Hierophant. But no matter what, you're finding happiness out of this Five of Pentacles here. Because you're talking about your emotions. It's bringing you to new opportunities. The King of Cups here is one of those opportunities to help you defeat whatever situation you have. It's almost like they're bringing in their advice here on something that they've dealt with in the past and helping you out with that way to move forward to a better standpoint of a particular situation that you fantasize about, that you're out in the cold, and it oddly enough helps you get your toes wet to get on the other side of this wall here in January. So you are defeating whatever it is that you've been feeling challenged by, or feel like you're battling with. You are achieving another step closer to this Ace of Wands. Your first card, for God's sakes, was the Fool card. So no matter what, in January, you're definitely starting out with something new here. Now, remember, you're going in with this Fool energy, which is naive energy. So you're a little lost in this by taking this leap of faith. You don't really know what's going to be coming your way. You might have an idea, but you don't know exactly how it's going to pan out. But either way, you're going to make it work out, and it's going to work out. You have cycles here that are closing out. You have the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands, two nines. Your foundation right now of closing out a particular situation. Nonetheless, again, the Fool card, a 0. Closing out a cycle, starting out anew. So January might be a little bit of a roller coaster for you. No matter what, it has something positive to it. It's like a beginning of a trickle effect here. I'm getting your toes wet, getting on the other side of this wall for you to be able to place your seeds, overcoming whatever it is that stresses you out about it. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading off at. If you want more information of like messages and that, I do post on Facebook and Instagram, and I did just do that either yesterday or today. Go ahead and check it out if you're interested. Until next time, my Leos, auf Wiedersehen. Alrighty, the month of January for Virgos. If you find yourself resonating with this message, please do me a favor and hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe, so I know it's resonating with somebody out there that's seeing this video. The month of January for Virgos, please. The month of January for Virgos. Look at you, starting off with the Nine of Pentacles, having that attractive energy going on here. Extreme happiness in January, it looks like. Oh my God. You are having, looks like a ball for the month of January here. The Nine of Pentacles, the Sun card, happiest card in the whole deck. The Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Knight of Swords. So you're even discussing about this, talking about your extreme happiness, it looks like, is being given to you. Like you're being blessed with something here. You might be very attractive to a lot of people as well. In the month of January, you might be shining bright. Some sort of third party involved. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Do have Capricorn energy with the Devil card here, chain connection. Could also have some sort of addictive energy involved, something that really draws in your attention and you can't get enough of it type of addiction energy. You might be projecting some sort of addictive energy to others. Look at this, the manifestor here, the Magician, Master Manipulator. Seeing a fire sign through a different lens here of a transition. Scorpio energy. The month of January for Virgos, please. You're breaking yourself free from some sort of past energy here. That's why you're looking so attractive. You could also be dealing with a child for some of you. If you have a child that's an earth sign, that's in their masculine energy, this could be you in your masculine energy being high up there. It's like you're going to be in your power realm as well, if this is not a child. Mention for some of you that this could be a child because it is in between the Empress and the Six of Cups. Now, for others, if this isn't a project or you masculining up into your masculine energy or higher realm of Virgo energy, your powerhouse, really. For some, it could be a past energy coming back in to claim you as their empress. It could be. It's going to be different for other people. Don't force it. Just apply it how it fits in your life. It's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's going through different scenarios of what's going to be coming out. The month of January for Virgos, please. I see you breaking free from this because of the way the Eight of Swords is in the Afterthought Tarot. The woman's being broken free, cut free. She's being released here. Pouring out the emotions of the situation. Whatever it is that's brought fear, worry, apathy, any type of sadness, negative energy, sucked the life out of you. You're going to defeat it. You're going to place your energies into these conflicting thoughts. Look further into it. For most of you, you're stepping into your powerhouse. That's what's going on here. And that's why you're also going to be looking very attractive to the public eye because really you're, trying to break out of this. Five of Cups, Nine of Wands. Feeling sad about being blocked out of something here. A water sign, feminine energy, is going to help you see things through a different lens. Your Wheel of Fortune that's pertain to a sad situation of where you feel like you're blocked out of. You are going to notice a crossroad, a powerful one, as you examine and talk to this water sign. Dealing with the masculine energy water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe somebody on the cusp with a fire sign. could be dealing with a few things here. It's almost like somebody's not really opening up to you. They act as though they are opening up to you, but they're not. It's almost like there's a facade that they put on, this King of Cups here. When you deal with this King of Cups, there's like a facade put up. Do you have masculine energy, fire sign at the bottom of the deck? You could be dealing with another party, maybe somebody on the cusp, like I said, with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Some sort of dedicative plan, work, or lifestyle. And it's like there's some sort of communication that has to be involved here. You think about it in solitude a lot. There is love energy involved here. We do have the Lover's card here. And then the Virgo energy, the Hermit card here, thinking about it in solitude, about a new chapter involved. And it's almost like you're thinking about how things rapidly move forward with this energy. But you're also focused on how it quickly takes you to this 5 of Cups and 9 of Wands energy. So you're going off to other energies and discussing about it, about what you're dealing with here, and basically getting a collective advice to help you with this situation. Let's see if we can get a little more insight. But it's your attractiveness, you being in your higher realm, your higher power. This King of Cups sees you that way, and you are very addictive to them. And they see that you are quickly and easily, in some way, drawn to them. Like it's easy for them to manipulate you to them, and to have you attached to them. But you're noticing the pattern here, and you're breaking yourself free from it. At least you're going to be. There's definitely some type of cycle that occurs, because you have 2, 3, 8, excuse me. The third one is the major arcana. So there's definitely some sort of cycle that's being noticed here. You're noticing it nonetheless, but you're also creating the foundation of closing this damn cycle out. You're tired of it. You're ready to move forward from it. Like, you get it. This person's got a lot of shit that's attached to them, but like, enough is enough. Could you give us more insight for Virgos for their month of January, please? Interesting. You have the Empress here with the Queen of Wands, feminine energy, fire sign. The Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Temperance, the Emperor. Okay, yeah. It's a love situation for a lot of you. Okay? There could be a masculine energy earth sign as well that brings something to your attention as well, at the same time as you being in your powerhouse and noticing something. The person could basically clarify what you're sensing going on here. Then you talk to this water sign about the feminine energy, water sign about, I'm not going to repeat that out loud. The a-hole, I guess, is a good way to say it, because that's what I got when I put my hand over the King of Cups. So this is definitely another water sign you're dealing with that's in their masculine energy, and they're getting on your nerves, pretty much. They're a pain in the ass. That's what I'm sensing. And you're sick and tired of the BS that they bring to the table when the door is open to them. It's like you open up the door to them, they would come into the house and they just squat all over the place and create some sort of drama, and then bounce and disappear. You're sick and tired of it. It's like you want the Da Vinci Code to end, be cracked, be over with, move forward, because you're going to have a feminine energy fire sign bring some sort of information to you that's going to pertain either you or this Queen of Wands looking further into it. Because this person, this King of Cups, I'm sensing is hiding something from you, something deep down inside. This Queen of Cups here, High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands. Something that this Queen of Cups has for you is going to help you in a different manner. Maybe even something that you have an intuition of. This person might even have some sort of premonition and bring it to you about this person. Again, it's going to be different type of situation or scenario for everybody that views this. Don't force, just let sit in what easily sits into your path. What I'm seeing and sensing is that it's a love situation, whether you currently do or in the past has some sort of love interest with this King of Cups, possibly on the cusp with a fire sign. But you're definitely going to be getting some sort of confirmation information about this energy here and what it's been bringing to the table to you. And you're done with it. You're ready to move forward, and you're going to tell this person how it is and move forward. And that is just going to be that for them. All right, Virgo, this is where I'm going to leave your reading off at. If you are interested in little messages throughout the month, I do post them up on Facebook and Instagram, and in the future I will be posting them up on the membership of YouTube. So until next time, Virgos, auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye. Alrighty, Libras, we are going to look into the month of January for you here. If you find yourself resonating, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. If you want little messages throughout the month, I do that on Facebook and Instagram. Sometimes I do messages on TikTok as well. The month of January for Libras, please. What could you tell us for Libras and their month of January? Dealing with a third party here, some sort of possibly contract for some of you, a creative contract. We have the Three of Pentacles. You're not too happy here of something with either finances or maybe some type of inheritance here. You're just not happy about a third party connection here with the feminine energy fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Could also be getting rid of something here in the Afterthought Tarot deck. The Five of Cups does have a party that is floating away in the water. So you could be getting rid of this third party that has been a burden as a feminine energy fire sign for some of you. We have the Tower card. Interesting. You seem to have a lot of parties connected to you here. You have feminine energy, earth sign as well. Your rising and moon signs could possibly be popping up here. Make sure you check those out. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So check those out if you have that in your rising or moon. But either way, something with this Queen of Pentacles here, even if you're trying to start something new with a third-party contract, there's going to be some sort of burst of energy of obtaining the ability to balance out the emotions, to be able to almost like this, like a blessing, to be able to see a blessing here. That's being balanced out. I'm almost hearing, for some of you, for this Queen of Pentacles, whatever that would mean for you. Definitely going to get another deck for you, Libra. I already have it pre-shuffled for your January. You're fantasizing about a new chapter to be taken, to be started, have a leap of faith taken into it, but it requires a lot of action here. You're dealing with a chain connection, something that's attached to you, and it's coming in quickly, so it could happen in the beginning of January. The month of January for Libras, please. It's like you manifesting a plan here with the fire sign that's in their feminine energy. It's almost, I'm hearing security. Creating some sort of secureness for yourself here in January, it feels like. You're going to happily discuss, maybe celebrate with a feminine energy water sign in the month of January that has to do with this. The month of January for Libras, please. It's almost, a wall is, what? The hell is going on here? What happened? Seemed like your message earlier today that I typed up seemed pretty good. But here it's like you're dealing with some sort of wall that was manifested, and there's seeds being placed into it. But it's a heavy burden, a crossroad to this masculine energy water sign that's trying to create a balance. Wow. Okay, you're trying to put energy into a plan for loved ones. Is what you're doing here in January. That's what you desire, is like trying to secure ones that you love. Let's pause here while we have the Queen of Swords here. This could be you in the feminine energy. You could also be dealing with another air sign for some of you. Could you give us more insight on what's going on here for Libras in the month of January? Okay. Interesting. You have a pair here, King and Queen of Wands. You're taking action here with somebody to this new start. And they're going to bring happiness to you with a certain situation that you're not happy about. You might not just feel too keen about it, You could feel out in the cold, and it's creating nightmares and worries on some sort of partnership you wish for, and you talk about receiving some type of helping hand. Maybe for some of you is some sort of gift. You might be receiving some sort of gift down the line here in January that's going to bring you towards an action upon this situation. You might be dealing again with another air sign. You have the King of Swords here. This could also be you amping up into your masculine energy and defeating this here. Certainly something that you're holding on tight to. It's like a destructive battle for you. Like there's no win is what I'm hearing. Like that's what you're feeling. Like you can't win with a particular energy. It creates sadness. You see certain success, certain things going a certain way. But you're sad about some sort of, you could have been betrayed in the past from another air sign, some of you. If that is the case, that could have been what caused some of this fear and anxiety, maybe worries. You have the Emperor here now. Could be trying to bring back somebody that you see as your Emperor, your other half, or this could be you regaining control and your own authority in the particular situation that you're holding on tight to and you want happiness in, and you have not received that happiness and you want that happiness, and so now you're putting your foot down and going in for that happiness. Seeing it through another lens. Moving to a better ground with the situation is a project of the past. Some of you could have children involved, but you're examining it. You're re-looking it over. As you do, it creates like a whole nother level of stress, it seems, because you're analyzing it again. You're looking back on it. You could see somebody looking like they're happy and you're on the outside of it and you're curious about it. And a part of you might miss it. That doesn't have to be for everybody either. But it's like a part of you. It's really like a healing process that you're going through. Somebody has had put you in a certain situation in your energy, in your feelings, in the state of mind. Might have messed with your mind too, maybe even your emotions. And it hurt deeply, and it's lingering. And a part of you, as you look back, it's almost like if things could have turned out X, Y, and Z, then quite possibly. But then another part of you is like, no, not really. I think I'm pretty happy with where I am, with what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I made a good decision for myself. So really you're examining past situation, how it's going now, and how it's going to affect your future. It's like you're looking at all angles in the month of January. With you socializing certain people about the situation, whoever you open up to, it might help you see certain particular situations that bother you from the past through a different lens in the month of January, which is going to help you proceed through a healing process. So you are, one, have thicker skin from that situation in order for two to occur, which is to either help you in the future with a certain situation that might happen again, because history does tend to repeat itself, either for you or it might happen to somebody else and they will end up connecting with you to learn from a similar situation to help them out in the long run. And then you feel so much better because it's like kind of seeing it from another angle then too. And that happens. It kind of takes you back to that certain situation that brought you to that. And you think again, well, if that wouldn't have happened, then I couldn't have just done that. So in a way, you're kind of thankful for that situation again as well. But you also have these certain worries and fears, maybe even some sort of PTSD if that's the case. I am very sorry if that is the case. That's never fun, trust me. Anywho, that's where I'm going to leave your reading off at Libra. Again, if you want little messages throughout the month, go check out Mystical33 on Facebook and on Instagram. I post whichever one's convenient for you. I post up little messages throughout the month on there, and I'm going to start doing that on the member side of YouTube. That's everything. If you found yourself resonating, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, my Libras, off you to say bye-bye. Hey Scorpio, welcome to Mystical 33. We're going to look into the month of January for you. If you find yourself resonating, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. The month of January for Scorpio, please. What could you tell us for Scorpio and their month of January, please? I did pre-shuffle this deck. The month of January for Scorpios, please. Thank you. Starting off with the Two of Wands here. Okay. Situation, dealing with past energies. Dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that is in their masculine energy. This could be you if you are on a Cups energy or Cups sign, or if you have an earth sign in your rising or moon. So go check out your placements if that is the case. If not, this could be another person involved. But there is a change that has to do with the past here. Maybe discussing things from a past situation, something from the childhood maybe. Maybe for some of you, this is a child that you're dealing with. The Six of Cups can resemble that. Maybe childlike energy at times too, like immaturity. Oh my. You have two earth signs you're dealing with here. Interesting. You're helping somebody with a battle here, with helping them make a decision on moving forward, on where to go. It's almost like where to take a certain opportunity as well for them. Somebody that you very much so love. Yeah. You're holding on very tightly to the, you have a cup connected to this Queen of Pentacles here. But it looks like they're out in the cold from a masculine energy water sign and an action that they've taken. This could be you, certain Scorpios, in your masculine energy that you, if you've kept an earth sign on the cold from a certain action, maybe some type of truth. But for other Scorpios, you're going to help this Queen of Pentacles see a certain action and a situation that happened with a masculine energy water sign that was done in the out in the cold behind their back. They could be dealing with some sort of love situation. Yeah. You have this Ten of Swords as the blocked energy. It's almost like there's some unhappy news that comes in. Dealing with air signs, masculine and feminine. It's almost like trying to get over something here, a certain challenge, battle, some sort of conflict with a third-party contract, masculine energy, fire sign. Dealing with it from the past. You might be learning for something from the past here with this fire sign and the connected energies. For some of you, it could be a marriage situation, spiritual situation. But it's like there's victories in the dark about a project and not being clued in. What? There's some sort of like trickle effect that's going on here that you are connected to with other energies. If this is not your cusp sign, you wouldn't be on the cusp. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Dumb nut. What's going on here for Scorpios? There's fears of a crossroad being taken here. You're dealing with another water sign and a partnership between you and them. You're coming in with a healing message for this Queen of Pentacles. Could you give us more insight on what's going on here for Scorpios? It's almost like you've made this a project of yours, a path of lovers. There's something that's addictive here and receiving information too. But you're keeping it to yourself though. Why are you keeping it to yourself? You're dealing with a battle. It's almost like you're seeing something happen here. Either you're seeing something happen and you're analyzing it, or you're sensing something's happening and you're analyzing it. Of this particular situation. You might be closely dealing with a fire sign that has a masculine energy water sign attached to them. In that case, they could be on the cusp with the water sign. And dealing with this Queen of Pentacles. Could you give us more insight here for Scorpio, please? It's almost like something that this King of Wands has done in the recent past. To you, at least. I'm hearing it sent up a red flag. If anybody resonates with that. Could you give us more insight for Scorpios, please? Wow. They've caused a lot of pain. Yeah. You're feeling pain. You're feeling disappointment. Maybe even like shrugged off. Like not even acknowledged. It's almost like walking on eggshells too, around this energy. See, there's that damn King of Cups. This King of Cups is getting happiness though. Because they're looking into a masculine energy air sign and balancing things out with it. Man, you have like attached things going on here. This water sign that's connected to this fire sign here, masculine energy water sign. I feel bad. Like, for real. One, it seems like this Queen of Pentacles has no acknowledgement, physical acknowledgement of what's going on here. It's like you're trying to beat this King of Wands and whatever this King of Pentacles is here to the punch, but this King of Cups is going towards this King of Swords. My God, you got so many people involved, but totally dedicated. You and these other energies, except for this King of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like it's a soap opera. you know? I'm sorry for chuckling because you're feeling pain. That doesn't make me happy that you're feeling pain. But another part of me is like seeing it as like this drama that's going on. You're trying to maintain it. You're trying to beat to the punch of it and stop this person. But this person has other ways to like get around you. Like they're finding loopholes, like Swiss cheese is what I'm picturing, honestly. And they're running through them. And it's really like, it's like a rat race right now, at least in January. Goodness. Part of you is going to hurt because it's almost like you're trying to get a hold of this King of Wands energy. Their tension, but it just keep getting like knocked down from it, like closed out, no matter what you do or say. It's like they're headstrong on wherever they're planning on going. Whatever this is, I hope there's some type of positive outcome for you. Whatever that winds up being, let's hope that there's some sort of positive outcome for you. Seems like it's a hard situation. If you want to keep up with it, because it does seem like it's something that you've been dealing with in the recent past lately, judging off of the little messages that I do on the Facebook and Instagram accounts. If you want, keep an eye on those. You might, if you feel as though you resonate, that is, and if you do feel as though you resonate, please hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, you guys, auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye. Hey Sagittarians, so we are going to look into the month of January for you here. If you're interested in weekly messages, I do messages once a week or once every other week for Sagittarius on my Facebook and Instagram. Sorry, brain just froze there for a moment. I'm sorry about that. The month of January for Sagittarians, please. And if you find yourself resonating, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe so I know that this message is resonating with somebody out there. Month of January for Sagittarians, please. What does the month of January look like for Sagittarians, please? Oh, starting off with a few cards here. The Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Okay, dealing with either a family member or some type of happiness here in January. You're breaking free on something that's being presented to you from a water sign. Whatever is being presented to you, it could be a gift. Either way, it's going to really move you, it looks like. It's going to make you feel special, is what I'm actually hearing. The month of January, please. For some of you, you could be on the cusp if you're on up to the 4th day from Scorpio's last day into Sagittarius, like the first day of Sagittarius, and add 4 days onto that. Then you could be on the cusp with Scorpio and you would bounce in between. But personally, I'm seeing this Queen of Cups presenting something to you. And it's going to make you happy, make you feel valuable, maybe acknowledged, feel special. The month of January for Sagittarians, please. For some, you could even be getting some type of advice too. The Knight of Pentacles does represent advice. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, 6 of Swords. This person's going to make you feel special out of nowhere because of what they're presenting to you. This is a gift that you weren't really expecting. Oh, yeah. They're keeping it hidden from you at the moment. But when it's brought to you, you're going to be really happy. And somehow it's going to create some sort of transition. If you've had conflicting, stressful thoughts and emotions about the masculine energy air sign, then that's going to change. Because you're going to place energies in with this King of Swords energy. Looks like there's something tricky, though, that's happening here. I don't like that. Let's get a few more and we'll grab another deck for you. The month of January for Sagittarius, please. The month of January for Sagittarians, please. You have a lot of connecting energies here. Okay. It's something, you're dealing with something in the dark. You're hiding it. You're keeping it to yourself because it's almost like a part of you is scared to talk about it. It's almost like an earth sign kind of creates a little bit of some type of challenge for you with whatever it is that's being presented to you. What is going on here with Sagittarians? Could you give us insight on what's laid out here for Sagittarians and the month of January, please? Could you give us some insight on what's going on here for the month of January? Could be closing out a cycle. For some of you, you could be scared about public acknowledgement of something. What? It like moves you to sadness. Why are you sad? The month of January for Sagittarius. Could you give us more insight on what's laid out here, please? Goodness. Insight for Sagittarians and what's laid out here for their month of January, please. For some of you, you could be dealing with some sort of mother figure. Could also be a large project. Something that you're not happy about. There's some sort of new chapter that's tricky. But it's tricky as you learn more. There could be court involved for some. And trying to make a movement. It's like something you wish for, but there's also apathy. But it's kept secret. You keep your sadness to yourself. Insight for Sagittarians, please. Could be something you feel as though you are destined to do. Destined to be connected to. Definitely a path that you are connected in this situation. You have a crossroad that you desire to defeat here. Maybe for some as a father figure going towards an empress. For others, it could be taking control of transitioning certain crossroads. You're holding on tight to transition. For some of you, you might want to show your authority. For some Sagittarians, for the month of January, you could be finding your voice and speaking up about this. How you feel about it, where it's going, what's going to happen. Basically, what's the next step? Clue me in here. Could you give us insight on what's laid out here for Sagittarians and the month of January, please? It's something that you love. You find success. But then again, it's like either a chain connection or others, there's this addictive energy, this constant want or desire, and it creates a lot of apathy here. And then destructive actions, and which creates walls and a whole nother project. Then it's just like it doesn't go good from there if you go that route. It's almost like something that you have to go closely or carefully. You could be on the cusp with Scorpio, or you could be dealing with another fire sign. Could also be dealing with a water sign, masculine energy water sign. An energy that's close to you, but yet also a burden. Somebody that you might not trust, a water sign that is, that's trying to come in, and you might have some sort of acknowledgement of that for some of you. Goodness, it's like a mess for Sagittarians. Like you're conflicted with your energy, your thoughts. Like you are having some sort of power movement going on in January, presented with some sort of happy gift from a feminine energy water sign, but yet under the fucking surface here, there's some type of empress desire that you have here, whether this empress is a mother figure, somebody you see as your other half, or it's a large project that you have been working on and thinking of constantly. It's something you think about in solitude all the time, about the crossroads of it, what you desire of it, what you wish from it, what you want from it, and how to move to it. But you also think of some other type of aspect of it as well. It's almost like you see something else coming in. You have acknowledgement of something else wanting to try to come in. If this water sign is not you on the cusp with Scorpio, could be another fire sign that's on the cusp with a fire sign. The fire sign on the cusp with water sign. Sorry. I'm having brain farts constantly with your reading. I didn't have that with other readings, but just yours. Interesting. You might have careful of mind fog in January. You might fog your mind and wind up blocking yourself from something. Either that or sabotaging something. Just be careful. Oh, I just seen a light of blue. So yeah, be careful on the second one there. Yeah, you're definitely going to have fog head for January. Like, I'm feeling it right now. Like, oh, kind of deal. Like, the 1,000-mile stare, you know? Or 10-mile stare, whatever it is. So, Sagittarians, this is where I'm going to leave your reading off at. If you found yourself resonating, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. If you want messages throughout the month, check out my Facebook and Instagram posts and my page. Until next time, I'll be saying bye-bye. Hey Capricorns, so we are going to look into the month of January for you guys. If you want little messages throughout the month, go ahead and check out my Facebook page and Instagram profile. If you find yourself resonating, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, or subscribe so I know it's resonating with somebody out there. What could you tell us about Capricorn's January? January for Capricorns, please. Scorpio, wow. You're Scorpio energy and Gemini energy. Goodness. So it looks like you're dealing with a lover here, some sort of love energy. Whether it's a lover, platonic love, it's a co-worker, somebody that you have a very close bond with. It could be a family member as well. But there's a transition that's going on with this King of Cups energy here. Masculine energy, water sign. The month of January for Capricorns, please. This could be you. This could also be another earth sign you're dealing with. Taurus, Virgo, and or oneself Capricorn. Either way, we have the feminine energy of the earth sign here. So this could be you making transitions on your path, taking actions. Wow, look at you. It's almost like you're not quite stepping out of hermit mode, but you're making moves about it though. Interesting. Interesting layout. This Empress energy is like coming to you, but you're sending something out to it as well. This Empress energy could be a mother figure, could be you being somebody's empress, could also be information about pregnancy for some, not all. The month of January for Capricorns, please. Could also be a large project. Oh my. What? It's like you're dealing with some type of strife here. You're trying to plan happiness, but there's some type of disappointment that causes stress. Bring these over further. I'm sorry. I want to say you're like fantasizing, but you're not really fantasizing. You're focusing on what you desire for happiness. But somewhere in January, you're dealing with some sort of disappointing information on where it's like you assume that you're defeating. It's like a counterintuitive situation that you're dealing with. It's weird. Month of January for Capricorn, please. And it's almost like I can see you defeating this disappointing information, but you might be having a hard time with it. The month of January for Capricorns, please. Also, we are in Capricorn season. I know I didn't say it. So happy birthday to those who birthday is today. It was yesterday or earlier. Happy belated birthday, and also happy early birthday to those who are right around the corner. It looks like you are dealing with another earth sign. If you are not dealing with another earth sign, then you are leveling up. Stepping into your masculine energy. Either way, there was some sort of action that was taken that was frowned upon. It hurts a lot. And you're examining it because it's been brought to light to you. And in the dark, there's some type of balance going on here towards a powerful victory. It's almost like they're kind of keeping it to themselves here. Either this other earth sign, or if this is you leveling up, then you're keeping things closely to yourselves because a situation in the past. It's going to be different for everybody out there. It's like you're balancing out right and wrong here. Balancing out the actions, things that have happened, putting the pieces together here. Because it's bothering you. And you want the air to be cleared. You're trying to balance it out with a feminine energy water sign here that you have some sort of valuable connection to. Some type of third party. You could also be talking to this feminine energy water sign about a lover that's a feminine energy, masculine energy water sign. That could possibly be your emperor to you, because it's King of Cups is in between the lovers and the emperor. For others, if that's not the case, then this could be a father figure. That's a water sign that's popping in here, and you're thinking about in solitude and examining this cup. Either way, you're going to this Queen of Cups for advice. Somebody in their feminine energy that's a water sign for advice on this partnership, this union that beholds some sort of love connection that you think about in solitude all the time. You're focusing on what you desire here. So you got two things going on here with this Queen of Cups, coming to advice here for another earth sign, also for you to level up to deal with this other water sign here. That's either a father figure or it is somebody that you see as your other half. You might even have an earth sign that's attached to this person, depending. If you have children, it could be an earth sign. If you have some sort of attached energy between you and this masculine energy water sign, and they're being prompted up here as well. Definitely dealing with a love situation here. Some type of, you're dealing with a battle at home. That's all there is to it. Is again either a father figure or somebody you see as your equal half. Some type of somebody that you seen as husband material in a way, if you would. But things have gotten worse. Things are going to be getting worse. And you're going to be going to this Queen of Cups for advice to help you overcome this. And whichever route you decide to take, you're going to defeat it. But whatever comes in, remember, it hurts really bad. It was some sort of action that was, it seems as though it was impulsive. Like it was done intentionally. And that's what creates even more pain. Sensing for some of you, you might be in a fragile state of mind at the moment. Not for all, but for some, you might be going through an emotional period. That's okay if you are. I go through it all the time. On and off. We're human. Happens. We have emotions, you know? But either way, you're trying to balance out your scales back here with the Justice card with Libra energy. Balancing out the pros and cons, and you're going to be going to somebody else for advice. So you're going to feel like you're stuck in a rut. You want to take the best route for yourself, but you're going to take it. Whatever this Queen of Cups presents to you for advice, are you going to take it and go with it? Or are you going to stay where you are and allow it to happen again? For those of you who have sat and allowed this to happen in a repeated manner. Which is okay if you did. Again, it happens. It really does. Either way, whatever it is, I hope it turns out some sort of positive manner for you. Create some sort of happiness for you in the outrun. Or in the long run, I mean. Outcome in the long run. Alrighty, you guys. This is where I'm going to leave Capricorn off at. If you found yourself resonating, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in messages throughout the month, I do that again on Facebook and Instagram, and I will be posting those up in the future on YouTube membership side. Until next time, you guys, auf Wiedersehen. Bye. Hey Aquarius, I hope all is well with everyone. Welcome to your reading. If you find yourself resonating, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in messages throughout the month, you can go ahead and look at the Facebook page for Mystical33 and the Instagram platform as well, whichever one's convenient for you. The month of January for Aquarius, please. Starting off with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. Something's weighing heavy on your shoulders here about something that you wish to be fulfilled here. Something you desire on your path. You might want to revive something and break free from it because you're holding on very tight to something, and it's almost like you need to just let go just a little bit here. The month of January for Aquarius, please. You're manifesting some sort of transition here with the communication that be coming in. Dealing with something that you've been having a little bit of a hardship with. Although whatever it is that's coming in is going to allow you to place your energy, place seeds, creative seeds, make your wheels in your mind go crazy. It's like you're going to have creative thoughts, really, on placing your seeds in something here. And it pertains to your Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be a change involved here for you. A change in a path. Something is being communicated. It's almost like something that you've been wanting. You are going to be filling those 9 cups up. That's why that guy there is getting... See, he's eating here. Like a king. The happiest card in the deck. The Sun card, my friend. Feminine energy air sign here. It might have been tricky. Hard to get to where you are. But this just like comes out of nowhere, and I could see you holding on very tightly to this happiness that comes into you. Month of January for Aquarius, please. You're going to be balancing things out. You're going to leave, I can see you leaving things in the past, leaving things behind you that no longer serves you, letting go of that because of what's coming in for you. You're going to have a lot of happiness. Something's going to present something to you with where you have been blocked. You might not feel like you have been moving forward, but all of a sudden you're going to be taking some sort of lunge forward here. See you opening up, either about another air sign or to another air sign. And looking further into things that has attached apathy. The month of January for Aquarius, please. See, here you are moving towards something you really desire. And you're having a powerful move. My God. Like, you're moving ahead. You're controlling your, like, what you want. You're obtaining it. You're defeating all the battles that you need to defeat, closing out the cycles that you need to close out, man. January is going to be your month. 2024 is definitely starting off with a good bang for you. No matter what strife you're going through at all, like, look at this. You're thinking about the fears and worries that you have to obtain what you desire, what you feel as though you are to be part of. You're going to be defeating any sorts of nightmares, worries, fears. You're just like gonna be like, yeah, this year, by the end of January, you'll be like, this burden here, what burden? What was that was bothering me again? Because you're moving ahead. You're moving forward. You're moving past things that no longer serve you. Balancing things out. For some of you, it could be things that you have learned along the way. Placing all of your energy into what you wish for. There are also things that you may keep to yourself that you desire about defeating. It's almost like it could be a dream that you have. You could be battling a fire sign here, masculine energy fire sign, could be a family member, could be an Aries, doesn't have to be. Either way, there's somebody that's blocking you. Could be also a father figure. But they're like this blocked energy to you in this situation. But you're finding ways to defeat in January. To get to where you want to get to, you're just like, I see you elbowing your way through and getting to where you want to get to. There's a lot of determination. That King of Swords that popped up, that could be actually be you leveling up to your higher self, defeating whatever this 10 of Wands represents for you, whatever it is that you've been battling, whatever you've been keeping to yourself. This 5 of Pentacles is how I'm seeing it, is you keeping something to yourself, keeping others out in the cold from certain thoughts and feelings, because it's like, you know that you will get negative output from certain parties. So what's the point in opening up about it to these other parties if they're just going to send out negative thoughts and energies to you about it? Because you don't want that right now, because that's something that's going to wind up bringing you down a bit rather than bringing you up and moving you forward. As it's keeping you down, it's holding you back. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. If you felt as though you've resonated with the message, please hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. And again, if you're interested in messages throughout the month, I do post that up on my Facebook page for Mystical33 and over on Instagram, Mystical33 LLC. Until next time, you guys, auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye. Hey, Pisces, welcome to Mystical33. We're going to look into the month of January for you. If you find yourself resonating, sorry, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. I'm having a brain fart at the moment there. Apologize. If you are interested at all in messages throughout the month, I post that up on my Facebook page at Mystical33 and Mystical33 LLC on Instagram. The month of January for Pisces, please. We did have the Page of Cups that popped out. Let's see if it comes out again. If so, then you are stuck in your mind. The month of January for Pisces, please. Capricorn energy here, starting off with the Devil card. You have this addictive mannerism, it looks like, for January. Feeling apathetic, you might, and is overflowing your cup to the point where you are ready to just like release it onto somebody. Like cry on somebody's shoulder, basically, like somebody to talk to. And it's dealing with some type of third party. The month of January for Pisces, please. Could be dealing with the masculine energy earth sign. Could be a Capricorn. Could be a Taurus. It could also be a Virgo. Could be a placement of yours if you have one of those signs in your rising or moon. However, it does look like some energy that is a new opportunity for you for happiness. Maybe even some family member here. Sometimes the Ten of Cups can represent that. Oh my, you're dealing with 2 earth signs here. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. And it looks like they have a very attractive lifestyle you want to be a part of. You might be left out. They might have brought pain to you, disappointment, whoever this other earth sign is. Yikes. It's almost like this King of Pentacles you may not know, but it's something you want to embark on some way, somehow. The month of January for Pisces, please. Something you definitely want to find healing in. In the back here, if you look at the artwork on the picture there, or in the window, the glass artwork, it looks like somebody is begging for forgiveness. Sorry if I'm moving it around like crazy. There we go. It looks like they're begging for forgiveness, maybe making some sort of confession to obtain this healing. Now, at the bottom here, this young lady coming here, it looks like she's visiting here. Maybe even surrendering, coming in with a clear mind. Because you want to defeat whatever stagnant energy is going on here. Whatever it was that was created, you want to defeat it. It's almost like you're blocked out and you want to be on the other side of the wall. The month of January for Pisces, please. Yeah. You're kept out of it and you want to transition that. You want to close it out. Something you hold on tightly to. Because there's other attached energies that's involved that you might want to be part of. Month of January for Pisces, please. Wow. All right. You got a few here. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Definitely out in the cold. It's like your energy isn't... It's either it's not acknowledged or is barely acknowledged. From something that you see attractive, something that you enjoy, something that is fruitful to you. Something for some might be precious in a way. But either way, the mind is getting to the best of you with this situation, which it is creating a foundation of a change here for you. And you're moving towards reviving some sort of lens that you've once looked through before. You're going to be looking through it again with dealing with some sort of feminine energy fire sign and possibly their mother figure or your mother figure. Could also just be in general a large project for you. It's going to be different for everybody when it comes to that. You're going to receive some sort of message either from a fire sign or pertaining to about a fire sign. It's in their feminine energy that's going to create pain. And you're going to look further into the path, the journey. It's almost like creating questions. Communication about this fire sign's path, what they're doing on the day-to-day, what they're learning. This is something that you think about a lot. You could be a father figure, could be dealing with a father figure situation. It's like dealing with a child here for some. For others, could be an equal half, like husband material deal. But it's something that you've been holding on very tightly to and you're examining it, but manifesting it creates a battle, a conflict. Something you'd have to travel to for in order to create a transition. It's almost... I see two certain types of pain here. Like you're dealing with a lot of heartache and pain in different aspects of things that you hold close to you. And many of which you're left out in the cold from. Certain ones you might be able to get close to, but most of which you have a hard time reaching, and then when you try, it just stirs up drama. I'm hearing shit. Stirs up shit. It's almost like even calling for you to like reach out and try to get some type of advice about this situation with a trusted source. You definitely are eager to go through a healing process, try to find happiness. For most of which of you who are viewing this, I want to say it has to do with family matters. Close family matters. Those who are not close, maybe who were once close before but are not anymore. Like reaching out, trying to, wanting to, figuring out how to, the best way to. Anyways, this is where I'm going to leave your reading off, Pisces. If you're interested in messages throughout the month, which is where this will carry off onto some point in January, probably see Pisces. Probably either this next time that I post for Pisces or the time after that is where this is going to be picking up off after, because we're asking about January. And I'll be working on Pisces message tomorrow and posting that tomorrow, more than likely. So, anyway, with that being said, that's where I'm going to leave this off at. Messages throughout the month. I post again that on my Facebook page and Instagram. If you found yourself resonating, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, my friends, auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye.